Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. The Learning Space presents Intelligent Network and Video Surveillance with Cisco Meraki. Today, we bring you this very interesting topic around Cisco Meraki solutions, how intelligent the network is, and also how the video surveillance can enable your businesses. Whether you are here to learn or whether you are here to expand your business, you can trust that with the Cisco Meraki solution, you'll be able to achieve that. Now, the learning space is a capacity building business that enable transformative change in Africa, delivering capacity building in the areas of DevOps, routing and switching, security, and the likes, right? So the learning space is there to build your capacity and to ensure that you are able to deliver to your business or to you as an individual. So again, thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a wonderful time. Now I'll be introducing the panelists. We have Peace Inform. Peace Inform is the network executive virtual informatics. She comes with an experience in networking, and she has some certifications as well around that. So we are just here to just have a wonderful discussion. She will be giving a perspective, especially from a small and medium business perspective as well. Insika Akpan is the cloud solution executive for virtual informatics. He has lots of experience. He has also served in South Africa as well, and is here to share some of his experiences with us, especially with this wonderful solution. We have our presenter today, Kenechukwu Adumike. He is the co-founder for Virtual Informatics, and he will be presenting the Cisco Meraki solution, especially from the intelligent network and video surveillance perspective. Now, it's very important that we note that these have an experience, and they will be able to share with you how agile, Cisco Meraki solution is. We hope that you sit back and enjoy the session. Please feel free to post your Q&As in the Q&A section. Chat with us. Let's have an engaging session. We would show you technology, and we want us to discuss technology with you so that we can see how to begin to position your business for the future. Every business or every individual needs to evolve. You need to evolve with the technology that you use. You need to see what development, what actual improvement is this technology bringing to your business. You need to understand, the pros and cons of technology. You need to just be savvy. You need to continuously learn as well, because that is very, very important if you want to survive in business or as an individual. We look forward to you reaching out to us should in case you want to take any courses from the learning space. We will drop our contact information in the chat function. We will share our email address, website, Facebook pages as well, so that you can follow us and continue to benefit from what the learning space is bringing to you. So at this juncture, I would like to hand over to Kenechukwu Adumike to take us through intelligent network and intelligent video surveillance. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to have you joining us today. Good morning to Mohammed for having me once again on this platform. I really appreciate the learning space so much for this great opportunity to interact with our audience, as well as showcase what we have with Cisco Meraki solution. So Cisco Meraki, as most of us might have heard, is a cloud solution which you can use to manage all your devices together on cloud. So why Cisco Meraki? Why cloud? That everybody has been talking about. Firstly, from a Cisco Meraki point of view and cloud, you can see that cloud platform of Cisco Meraki is secured. It conforms to ISO 27001 and a lot of security policies. So your data is secured end to end. Your data is secure, and management is also easy and secure. Secondly, Cisco Meraki is reliable. It's reliable in the sense that if you have a case of theft or damaged device in your organization and or downtime, I mean, you can easily switch to another device, log into your dashboard, and continue your work from the dead point, from where you stopped. Cisco Meraki is also very scalable. What we pray for is that our partners, our organizations will continue to grow, and as your offices continue to grow into different branches, you just need to get these devices, put it up, and then it syncs with the current network and continues to expand. It's quite easy, and it also has the ability to tell you what's going to happen in the future, because they keep coming up with updates and the rest of them. So it automatically does updates and also does analytics. So your device don't just go down, it has to give you some reports upfront for you to understand what's going to happen. So moving on, you let's look at simplifying IT with cloud management. So you can see from the diagram on your screen, the camera, the Meraki inside, the mobile devices, your switches, your security, they are all together to the cloud from one dashboard. You can be able to see them, you can be able to manage them. So Cisco Meraki is a complete cloud managed IT solution, complete cloud managed. So it includes these things I've mentioned and much more. So you can manage them all together, as well as a leader in cloud managed IT solution. And then it's Cisco's fastest growing portfolio, right from when Cisco acquired it in 2012. It has gone so far in development till date, and it continues to grow. So let's go forward. The dashboard has a wide angle view, which you can see all your devices in your network. You can come in front of charts. From your charts, you can know which device is not functioning optimally. You can know what user is using much more bandwidth than it's supposed to be. You can know what application, it has pictorial, it can show you in picture form, you can show you in charts, infographics, and the rest of them. So the dashboard is like an expanded view. You can use your dashboard to configure your devices in any location worldwide, as you can see from the diagram. So going forward, you can see also that there are four core setups how Cisco Meraki works. It's been divided into four. Firstly, for your easy understanding, you have to get these devices. Once you get the devices installed in your premises, once it is installed and deployed. Secondly, these devices connect to your network, and then from your network, it connects to Cisco Cloud through SSL and registers your network and downloads these configurations automatically. And then thirdly, you begin to have complete visibility, control over your network, and then you start to configure your devices as you want. You'll be able to run diagnostics and troubleshooting as you want. And then finally, tasks such as updates, firmware updates, patches, and the rest of them are automatically done by the Cisco Meraki itself. So you don't hire special IT guys to come to your organization to come and do updates for you. No, it's not done. So these are automatic. So a potential Cisco customer from the business sense, let's look at the business sense now. What does a potential customer want? A potential customer basically wants three things. Firstly, you want to reduce complexity and IT overhead. You don't need so much pressure, so much knowledge, difficult uphill tasks. You don't need that. Secondly, you want to have a centralized view. You want to have an end-to-end visibility of what is happening elsewhere. from your organizations, from your branches. You want to know what's happening. You don't want to rely on reports, on paper reports. And then thirdly, you want to increase return on investment, which is the paramount thing that makes everybody be in business. And this is what Cisco Meraki is or promising to address today. So going forward, let's take a look at MV camera as a case study. So our MV, our Meraki camera as a case study, you will see from your screen that a traditional camera, what has been in existence before coming of Cisco Meraki, a traditional camera, for you to connect your camera to the cloud, you need a network video recorder. You connect your camera to the NVR. The NVR transmits it digitally to the cloud using special softwares, third-party softwares. Of course, you have to purchase third-party softwares and then connect to it. And then through these third-party softwares, you now go to the cloud. And sometimes you need DVDs, you need HDDs, you need storage to be able to get your video stored and then transfer manually to where you want to transfer them to. But Cisco Meraki camera has cancelled all this hassle. So you don't need these things. You just need the camera put up in your network, and it automatically comes with a license. Once it's connected, it solves this problem, it solves these issues for you, and it automatically starts working. So let's go forward and look at the smart camera, the features. Firstly, Cisco Meraki camera is simple. That is the best part of it. It's very simple, yet very powerful. So apart from being simple, other things you might consider that makes it good, it doesn't need servers. You don't need to buy new servers. You don't need to get third-party softwares to integrate and work with it. Thirdly, you as a partner, if you come on board, you discuss, once you discuss with us, there are different revenue stream that you can come on in, and then that is the benefits of every business. Every business wants to get revenue, and that's a very important part of the solution. Thirdly, there is it's ideal for video security as a service. So we can as well discuss and manage it from if you don't want to buy the camera, you want it deployed in your organization and managed totally. So it's possible. And then finally, like I said earlier, it's the fastest growing portfolio in Cisco. So going to the cameras, you can see from your screen the different kinds of camera under Cisco Meraki. So we have both indoors, we have both outdoors, and then you have their models. We have general purpose, we have wide angle, we have narrow. Taking MV12W for example, you can see that MV12 has 256 gig on the device, and this 256 gig is SSD. So if your network has you have network hitch or downtime for some time, it's enough to store your data. You can store your data for as much as 256 gigs is a lot of space. So you can store your data. Once your network is back, it sends the feeds to the cloud, as well as every other camera has storage on them. So you don't get to lose any data at all. So let's go forward. We also take a look at the camera types. There are different camera types, and it keeps coming out every day. Like I said, they keep bringing in new products, increasing their portfolio, and the intelligence continues to grow. You can see we have gotten up to MD72, which is very powerful camera, and it continues to grow as well. So let's look at more of the features. So let's go forward. On more of these features, you can see a case scenario. A scenario, you can see a shop where people are gathered to buy things. So this is a special case where the camera can help you with analytics. It can help you with activity. It can build in. It can pull up activities together and analyze. And then when you watch them, you can be able to get analysis. It can also give you the reporting of, so you don't need to be on the camera to get the answers you seek. So if it finds anything unusual from the behavior, it can as well give you alerts. So let's move forward to another case scenario. Let's see how Cisco Meraki also can help. This is a typical scenario where people, say, a train station. So you can see that it can automatically detect people where people are standing at a specific time. So if there is a place you don't want people to be, you can mark it. Once you mark it from your dashboard, if people encroaches to that area, it will pop up an alert and it's going to alert you even when you're not watching. It's giving you this data real time and is analyzing it real time, is watching. So a case of theft is not usually experienced when you're using Cisco Meraki or breach of security. So it's not usually a case with Cisco Meraki. So let's go to another the use cases. So Cisco Meraki can be used in different areas of life. We just brought up a few of them here to discuss. For example, in retail stores, so employees can get notified when people are trying to encroach areas they are not supposed to be. It can also help you in analyzing, reducing pressure. If a particular cashier in a store is having pressure, more people going to him, where there are others, it can help you in counting and people management. So the security can be able to direct people to where they are supposed to be at the particular time. In the education sector, it's very important too. It can help the security guards in their work. It can also give you notification of students that are where they are not supposed to be at a particular time. Students being in the or pupils in the playground, so they are supposed to be in the classroom. Or it can also check this, help you balance the environment and what's happening in your organization. Thirdly, in smart city projects, Cisco Meraki has been deployed in several states that brought up this, got involved with smart city. So it can help for public safety, the fire department, as well as the police. It helps them, guide them on activities happening in the streets and the areas. And then finally, for hospitality management, you can use it to monitor people's behavior. You'll agree with me, if you run a hospitality industry, the security of your clients are very much important to you. So you can analyze and know what's happening, what kind of equipment people are coming into the hotels, what kind of things they are bringing in or moving out with. So finally, let's look at another use case, which is a total summary of what we've been discussing so far. So on your screen, you have a total summary, which we've also talked about: automatic school attendance, analytics, and the monitoring, like I spoke about before. Secondly, staff absence. So it can help you to know which staff is on desk at the moment and which is not. And if you want it to give you notification even while you're not watching, you get these notifications. So it reduces average amount of time you spend trying to solve one case or the other by the alerting. So you don't stay put trying to make analysis. So it automatically reduces time wastage. And then fourthly, security alerting. If people are detected in your premises after official close of business, or even on weekends, You don't need people coming in to visit your security or to play around your environment, or this can cause security breaches. So it can, from your house, you can monitor your environment once in a while. You can even get alert if even on your mobile, if it detects unusual movement. And then finally, it can help you. Finally, it can help you in all areas to manage your organization. So thank you for the opportunity to speak on this Cisco Meraki solution. Thank you very much, the learning space and our listeners. So I'll quickly hand over to Mohammed Kabir to continue the discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you for covering the intelligent network and the intelligent video surveillance. Just to recap, you did speak about unified management. Cisco Meraki able to unify the management of your devices in your organizations to also reduce complexity as well, and in turn increase your return on investment. Also, there are other solutions like this. Video surveillance as a service, and doing it from an intelligent perspective. So thank you very much for that, and thanks for the presentation. So at this juncture, we will just go through a short video demo. So just hold on and continue to follow the session. Thanks again for listening, and thanks for your time.
This is George.
Hi.
He works for Meraki.
Yes, I do.
They just made a new camera.
And here it is.
It's called the MV12, and it's a high-definition,
That's 1080p.
wireless, enterprise-grade security camera. It's small, but it has a lot of smarts packed in.
Yeah, like it knows the difference between a person and not a person. It also uses machine learning.
Machine learning?
Well, that's where the camera gets smarter over time. Plus, it has audio to catch that office cookie feed.
Rahul takes cookies he isn't supposed to.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he does. Let's take a look at the video.
That's not me. Harold. Sorry, I just love chocolate chip.
That's nice, but what if my stories don't have a lot of bandwidth? Video is stored and analyzed on the camera itself, so your connection speed becomes less important. Can it help me figure out which shirts people like most? Yep, it can do that too. That's cool. So whether you've got a rifle on your hands or you're looking for increased business intelligence like Deanna, MV12 from Cisco Meraki has you covered. In this mini demo, I'll be showing you how Meraki MV's motion search tool makes it quick and easy to retroactively select key areas of a video feed in order to identify critical events. So starting from the Meraki homepage, I can click Login at the top, and I'll log in using my standard dashboard credentials. I'm already logged into this network, so all I have to do is go to Cameras, and this will load up a list of all of the cameras that are in my network. From here, I can just search for the camera I'm interested in viewing, which in our case is the Scotty camera. When I click on this, I'll get a live feed of what's going on in the kitchen. You'll note the cloud icon here indicates that I'm not in the same network as the camera, and because of that, video is proxying through the cloud. If I were in the same network as the camera, I would see a green check mark, and this would indicate that video is streaming directly to my computer and not using any additional LAN bandwidth. Now let's say that I'm interested in figuring out what happened to the cookies that were in these cookie jars. I can click on the date and time here, and using natural language processing, I'll go to 2 p.m. on Monday, which is when I noticed the cookies went missing. And right away, we get a historical feed of the same area that we were just looking at. From here, I'm going to change the 1 hour button here to 24 hours in order to broaden the scope of my search, and then I'll click motion search. I'm going to drag my cursor over the area I'm interested in, and Dashboard automatically returns a list of motion events that happened in that area. Now I can sort through these and click on a few to try to figure out what happened. So this will load very quickly here, and we see someone eating a cookie in the kitchen. Because the motion indexing is done on the camera itself, it makes video retrieval very, very quick. So you can imagine in a loss prevention scenario or anywhere a bit more critical than cookies being eaten, this has great implications. And without ever having to fast forward through hours of footage, MV has helped me find the events that I'm interested in. In this mini demo, I'll be showing you how Meraki MV's video wall tool makes it simple and easy to sort video streams to suit your needs. So starting from the Meraki.com homepage, I can click Login at the top, and I'll log in using my standard dashboard credentials. I'm already logged into this network, and so all I have to do is go to Cameras and then Video Wall. Of course, video walls are a great way of sorting video streams by location or tag in order to monitor key areas of an office or a school or anywhere else you might be monitoring. So you'll notice this little cloud icon appears. This indicates that I'm proxying video through the cloud. If I were in the same network as the cameras, I'd see a green check mark, and this would indicate that I was streaming video directly from the cameras to my computer and not using any additional WAN bandwidth. If I want to create a new video wall, all I have to do is hit Edit Layouts, New Layout. I'm going to rename this one Demo. And then I have to just click these various thumbnails to add the streams that I'm interested in. These will load up here, and as they're doing that, I can actually resize these video streams using the resizing tool, and I can simply drag and drop videos to where I want them. Now I can hit Save Layouts, and just like that, I've created a brand new video wall tailored to my needs.
Thank you all for listening. We would now proceed with the panel discussions. Please stay tuned. Thank you. In learning, you would teach, and in teaching, you would learn, by Phil Collins. This is a very important message, and we need to continue to practice this regularly. Thank you. So moving on to the panel discussion, I would be calling on Peace to answer this question, which is how can Cisco Meraki solution help grow your business? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. And thank you everyone who is on the call. Thank you for coming on the call. Cisco Meraki, we've all heard from the presentation and the video we just went through, how robust the solution is. First, I would like to talk about cost savings, because every business wants to save costs, because the lesser the cost you are making, you're putting into the business, the more you're able to minimize that cost, and still you're able to provide the optimum service to your clients. That's more profit. So with the Cisco Meraki's unique approach, the time it takes to initially provision the network switches is drastically reduced. And this in turn leads to cost savings. You save a cost of between 60 and 80% of what you would have spent on a normal, compared to if you were deploying traditional command-based solutions that you need to impute command lines and all those equipment you need to procure. You like in the when you're deploying the Cisco Meraki, the NVR, the network video recorder, you do not need that. Your capex is reduced. Your capital expenditure is drastically reduced, and that's more profit for the business. With intelligent video surveillance system, which is powered by the Cisco Meraki MV series and the MVS series range of cameras, businesses are able to understand customer behavior through pulling insights and advanced analytic features which the Cisco Meraki range of cameras possess. With these insights, businesses and the analytics properties that the Cisco Meraki system possesses, businesses are able to arrive at better business decisions that will, in the long run, in the short run and the long run, grow the business, because they are able to pull in the resources you would have imputed into that part. You're able to use it to expand your business further. So that's more profit for the business. The cameras are not just designed with security in mind, but with analytics in mind. And we know that we all know that data is the new gold. The Cisco Meraki range of cameras, it's gathering data, is analyzing the data for you. You're able to make the right business decisions that will help grow your business, or better business decisions, and this will in turn culminate in more profit for your business and your clients. Your clients will always come back to you. And to me, the business, it just helps your business, just helps you. You can scale even while using the system. You don't pay for what you don't use. The subscription is flexible as well. You can choose whichever suits you, whether you want to choose 30 days, 90 days, or you want to do a whole year subscription. Is quite flexible. So if you're a small business, but for all types of businesses, it doesn't just suit large businesses. It's just small businesses, medium businesses, large enterprises. It's tailored to allow every kind of businesses thrive. And as you grow, you're able to scale as well in the system. Thank you. I don't know if any of my other panelists will have more things to add to that. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much, Peace, for that. So we would now move on to the next question, and this one will be fielded by Insika. Can individual groups of devices be blocked from my network?
Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, the system is very powerful, and it has a lot of features that can make your business secure. It is easy to maintain and manage, and it gives power to control and monitor the system. So yes, the admin can configure a whitelist or blacklist. The admin can block a group of devices by a system. The admin can choose, okay, let me just block individual device by MAC address or IP address. At the same time, the admin do policy to a specific line of devices. So yes, it can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Insika, for that. So we would now move on to the next question, and we'll call again on Peace to answer this question. And this just talks back to some of the things that the admin can do So what this question is trying to say is that does an admin require any special equipment or application to view video feed? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much again, Mohammed. This is a very beautiful question, and it will help us understand how the Cisco Meraki camera and works. The Cisco Meraki admin, we all know it from the beginning of this webinar. We were made aware that it's a cloud-based solution, and that makes it a wonderful experience that you can even view remotely. So admins really do not require special equipment or applications. The Meraki dashboard experience makes additional video management software a thing of the past. You really do not need all of those expensive equipment and software and all of that in the Cisco Meraki system. With the cloud augmented edge storage, network video recorder, the MVR that we all know is eliminated. Equipment capacity is simplified. Is simplified. You don't need to restructure your architecture. It just fits into whatever you have. It's the video feed is streamed from the camera to the dashboard. So you can view the video feed from the dashboard. It's very easy. You can view it from any browser. It allows in-browser viewing from almost any device at all. It's also able to view video feeds remotely. Like I said, you can view your video feeds remotely. The demo we saw that person, it was trying to, it was viewing from a mobile phone. Actually, the video feeds from the facility. So you can view remotely. It really almost any device can be used to view. The dashboard intelligently creates a cloud proxy to securely stream video to the device. All of that is done automatically. Requires no special software. You don't need any plugins. You don't need any special firewall configuration. So it's a very wonderful solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Peace, for that. We would now move on to the next question, and I'll be calling on to Nicholas. What storage capacity does the range of Cisco Meraki camera have? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mohammed, for that question. I mean, I already touched this when I was presenting. I remember saying that Cisco Meraki comes with different storage capacity, the cameras, depending on which you're talking about or working on, because the models have their different features and each models come with a different storage capacity. Some models, like I spoke about, MB21, that has 128 gig on-device SSD, not HDD, please, or whatever, it's SSD. And SSD solid-state drive is very fast and reliable. So you can get much as the camera's specification continue to improve. The memory size. I remember giving an example with MP12 that has 256 gig on the camera. So as the cameras continue to, as depending on the specification you want to talk about, so it can go up from as much as 256 gig on the device, as well as continues to grow. And then before I end, I'd also like to give a brief throw more light on what my colleague, please, talked about growing revenue using Cisco Meraki. I mean, I just want to point out something there too. Usage of Cisco Meraki will help you to reduce the number of IT staff you employ to manage your different devices in different locations. So one IT device, one IT engineer at a place or any staff at a place can actually manage them throughout your organization, spread around, and then the analytical and reporting power also helps you get reports if you are not able to view points. So you can also draw your attention if there has to be, there happen to be any challenges in that area. So in order not to deviate anyway, the memory sizes of these cameras grows from 128 gig to as much as 256 gig. So thank you very much once again for asking that question. I hope I'm clear enough.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for that. So we'll be moving on now to the next question. And this question will be fielded by Insika. What is the estimated video retention period for Cisco Meraki camera? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. It depends on the MV model that you want, because MV 21, 71 can take 20 days and more, then while some can take 30 days and according 24/7. So it depends on that, and it helps in terms of if you want to kind of host events. For example, you want to host event that would last for 20 days, so you know the kind of model you wanted, so like 50 days, one more 30 days, kind of model you. It also have in terms of can be stored cloud according to your backup. So very powerful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Insika. And I think just to reiterate the point, because the cloud solution, you can always upgrade your services to extend your retention, depending on the policy that has been set for your industry or for your organization. Like, for example, banking, the banking sector, they require to retain data for longer. So, so from that perspective, you know, it's important. So, Nicholas, please, please go ahead and say something. Thank you.
Okay, just to add to what Nsikan said, okay, by default, the Meraki security camera usually records footage continuously for 24/7, continuously, 24 hours a day. It doesn't stop. Okay, so however, admins can set motion-based retention. In a situation whereby you anticipate, like in night times, there's no much activity, no much people don't move around. So the admins can configure it to the motion-based retention. Motion-based retention. How motion-based retention works is when there is no movement. Let's for example, there's no movement for about, let me say, 3 hours, or between 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. there was no activity, nothing moved. Everything was just the way it is. The camera intelligently it can intelligently just cut out that time that there was no movement at all, and that for that increases the retention time as well. Then where only the motion-based retention has the ability, based on the requirement, to improve the video retention capabilities of the camera. So this is how it works. Industry standard motion-based recording, of course, it is never usually considered 100% is effective, because it is anticipated that some events could be missed. It is expected. So to reduce such irregularities, even while motion-based retention is enabled, the footage can still continue to be recorded on a 24/7 basis, which then provides a 3-day buffer period. In that 3-day buffer period, you can now view events and containing limited motion, like a low light conditions, like the night times, or better still, events that there were faraway objects in view. So those kind of significant events can still be reviewed, so that in the time that we are thinking there was no motion, it can still be that buffer, that 3-day buffer period. We can still go view and then pull out those, see in those dark times, those periods of low light, what really happened, and then if there is nothing, then we can continue. So after the 3-day safety net, the camera just trims the footage based on the index of the motion events. That will be all I will have to say. Or if I would add more, the video quality also influences the estimated video retention time, because if you set the video quality to very, very high resolution, high definition resolution, or like standard for most of the cameras, it's 1080 pixels. So if you set your video quality to about 4 megapixel, of course it will further reduce the retention time as well. So the video quality mode, it could be standard, it could be enhanced, it could be high, it could be high, and the recording modes could be continuous, it could be scheduled, it could be motion based. So with the motion based, you're able to further increase your retention, because you are cutting out, you're trimming out those times that there was no movement. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for that piece. So moving on to the next question, I would call on Nicholas to field this one. What level of expertise is needed to manage the Cisco Meraki? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Once the solution, once the devices are installed in your premises, anybody can manage the device as far as you have little IT knowledge, your computer literate, you know how to use the web browser, you know how to browse the internet. Of course, you can manage the network. But remember that managing a network has a lot of things, has to do with a lot of things. So with basic IT knowledge, you'll be able to view and monitor the cameras and other devices, be able to get alerts, be able to get analysis and analytics of what's happening in your organization. But also remember that the solution cuts across a lot of things, apart from basic viewing and getting alerts and the rest of them. It can also go as far as setting up new devices in a new location. It can also go as far as setting up a new network. For example, a guest account. We want to create a new guest account for people coming into the organization to have a different guest account where they can have access to network. We don't want them to interfere with what's happening in your organization or breach organization prior security. So it can go as much as possible. So in that case, you need an IT staff, of course. Not any staff can do that. So you need an IT staff who has a basic knowledge of networking to be able to make these designs and make these add-in tools. Yeah, but basically from a business sense, from a business point of view, if your devices and your network are already set up, deployed, and all you need is to view, monitor, take your report and analysis of what's happening in your organization. Any staff at all can be trained with the basic knowledge of how to use the dashboard to be able to understand what's happening in your environment. So that is what you get. So it's anybody can manage it depending on to what level, to what extent you want to what you want to achieve. But for a simple for a simple business sense, anybody that has the basic training can be able to manage it and use the solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Nicholas. We will now be moving now to the Q&A. So please do post your Q&A questions in the Q&A section. Also, at the end of this webinar as well, there's a survey. Kindly complete the survey so that we can know how we're going to interact with you further. Thank you very much again for your time and also for listening. So we have some questions that are coming in. And this question says, is this solution available in other countries like South Africa? So the answer is yes. The solution exists in other countries, including South Africa. Since it's a cloud-based solution, all you need is your endpoint devices installed on premises, and then you would then connect those devices to the cloud platform through your network. So yes, it's available. You could reach out to us so that we could discuss with you further on how to explore the solution further. If you are asking from a perspective of learning, we also offer certifications as well, trainings and certifications around the Cisco Meraki solutions, and we can also deliver that for you virtually in that regard. Also, yeah, you can reach out to us. I've posted our email address on the chat function. So yes, it is available. It is a worldwide solution. And your question is quite relevant in the sense that imagine if you have offices across Africa, right? You could unify your network and you could unify your security. You could unify your cameras, your intelligent cameras throughout all your locations within around Africa or around the globe with the Cisco Meraki solution. All you need to do is to install them in your various offices or locations, and then you have one centralized management to manage everything. So imagine an employee moving from, say, Nigeria to Ghana, and then later he now moved from, or she now moved from Ghana to South Africa, right? Through the unified management, access control could be given, you know, access to the intelligence in terms of where you are supposed to be each offices. Let's say, for example, you are a manufacturing staff. Probably you don't need to be in the finance hall because that's where confidential, you know, discussion have been held. So when you move from those offices across, you know, you would be given access, you know, to where you need to be, or the camera will be able to determine that you are not supposed to be where you need to be from an intelligent perspective. So that means you can have a unified management, and the beauty there is that you can manage it from anywhere in the world. So if you have offices across Africa, it simply means that you can just be anywhere in the world, and then you are managing what is happening within your environment. Like what Nicholas did mention around skill, you know, you probably just need level 1 type skill to understand, you know, the basics of IP, networking, routing and switching, you know, those basics. And that's what we can give you with the fundamental course that we'll do in the learning space as well. So beautiful stuff. So at this point in time, I would like to ask the panelist members a question, and I think this one we could just go around the room or the virtual room to look at how this solution, you know, what is really the value proposition from your perspective, right? That's a question that is coming in. What's the value proposition from your perspective? How does the solution really compare, you know, with other solutions out there? So let's start with Nicholas to just give your reflection on that question. Thank you.
Sorry, Mohammed, my network, I lost a bit. Can you come again, please?
Okay, so the question is, what is the true value proposition of the Cisco Meraki solution, and how does it really compare with other solutions out there?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, Cisco Meraki, it's not the only cloud solution in existence. Talking about the camera, the storage on the camera, like some people have been asking, is not the only important reason for purchasing Cisco Meraki solutions, because there are other cameras also that have storage on them. But the reason why you should go for Cisco Meraki solution from the business sense is all other features I've mentioned, and like the analytics part of it. So it's easy to get a camera that records your video. It's easy to use any traditional means like NVR and the rest of them to also route your traffic to the cloud. I mean, you can do all these things going through that hassle. But talking about the value proposition, when you want to get analytics, these cameras, this solution is built with artificial intelligence. So it can do behavioral analysis for you. So other cameras cannot give you that. You can't get that from other cameras. So this particular camera will give you a behavior. You can tag an object like you saw in the video. You can tag an object. If there's a laptop that continuously sits on the table at your reception, you tag it and display your phones. I mean, we can tag each at every point in time. So once it moves, you get a alert, even if you are not watching. So it's basically, the beauty basically lies in the analytical parts and the reporting function of this solution. So it does data analytics for you and it gives you reporting. And then these things are done real time. And then based on the storage size, the storage size is there because you might lose, you might have fluctuation in your network. We don't know how the network can be at times. So if you have downtime, for example, it keeps being on the storage. But once your network comes back, it pushes it up to the cloud. So you have two ways. You can store in two ways. You can either store concurrently on the device as well as on cloud. And then finally, it can also help you to manage the amount of the money you spend on cloud. Of course, paying, it can help you manage when there's no motion. It can record, it can view, but not record and store because there's no motion. Like, for example, at night inside the offices. So the cameras outside the offices, the outdoor cameras can monitor and record, while those inside the premises can just monitor but not record. But once it detects a movement, it records and stores. So it can reduce the amount of money you spend on the storage capacity on cloud. So thank you very much. I hope I was able to address that.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, for that. Thank you all to the listener. Thanks for your time. We really appreciate your time and we value all your input. Thank you again for your time. We look forward to having you on more of our webinar series. Please continue to join us and continue to support us. But most importantly, continue to stay safe. If we're going to stay safe, what we are going through will come to pass. Thank you very much for your time. Now, we'll be closing now. Cheers. Thank you.